Hey there, everybody. Pastor Chuck Mackey here. And I just want to speak to you for a few moments today on the topic of offenses. I don't possess the power or the ability to promise you a pay raise this month, a new car, or even an accident-free week. But one thing I can certainly promise you is that you will have the opportunity to be offended, either today or in the near future. Jesus said in Luke chapter 17, verse 1, that it is impossible for offenses not to present themselves. We can and will not escape the attempt and sting of offenses in the world. Another version says that the things or temptations that cause people to stumble or sin are bound to come. Did you hear that? They are bound to come. So, what then are offenses? I'm glad you asked. An offense is described as a breach in the law or an illegal act. It is also described as an annoyance or resentment brought about by a perceived insult or disregard for oneself or one's principles. So, a betrayal of marital trust or business contract are offenses. An unkind comment of someone's weight, someone playing music too loud in study hall, someone wearing your clothes without permission, can all be offensive. Sometimes just a person's body language can cut you deeply. Different persons perceive offenses in different ways. Sometimes just your very presence, did you know that? Just your very presence, or your personality, your laugh, your smile, your hairstyle can make persons feel offended. Today, someone may cut in on you while driving. You may feel or receive poor customer service. A friend may lie to your face and make you feel disrespected or stupid. Sooner or later, friends, someone or something will get under your skin, irk, and offend you. So, what then is the purpose of offense? Well, let's use football for an example. A sport in which I am by no means an expert, but let's try to use that example. So, we have the defense and the offense. The offense has the ball in hand and is trying to run it deep into your territory and humiliate you for you not being able to prevent or stop their plays. They will try time and time again to advance their agenda. Your job as the defensive is to keep them out of your backyard by blocking, tackling, or doing whatever it takes legally to stop them from doing so. Every time your enemy gains yards, or worse yet, makes a touchdown, they steal a little more of your property or your mind. They kill a little more of your courage or will to fight. And eventually, they destroy your chances for victory by devastating you emotionally. We've got to keep the enemy from disrupting our soul. See, the Bible commands us in Ephesians 2:27 that we are not to give a foothold or piece of ground or landing strip to the devil. And in 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11, Paul warns against Satan taking the advantage of us. These things happen many times when we don't guard our hearts or prepare ourselves for the moment of offense. You see, 1 Peter 5:8 tells us to be sober and vigilant because your enemy, my enemy, our enemy, the devil, walks about as a roaring, that is, a hungry or angry lion, seeking whom he may devour by causing us to offend God's law. To our advantage, Luke 17 gives us the antidote to the problem of offense. The first dose is to forgive the offender. The second is to rebuke where necessary. And the third is to return to rule 1. Always forgive. Yes, our forgiveness must be greater than our rebuke. So, why is forgiveness so important? Well, Jesus continued in verse 3, warning the disciples to take heed, he says, to yourselves, meaning that the whole ordeal of forgiveness has much more to do with you or me than it has to do with those who have offended you or myself. So take heed. In other words, make sure that at the end of the day, you are in the clear with God. You see, this was an echo from what Jesus stated in Matthew chapter 6:15, that if you don't forgive others their trespasses, neither will God your Father forgive you. So just be reminded today that people are going to hurt you by what they say, what they do, or by what they do not say or do. They will offend you by omission and by commission. They will in some way rub you the wrong way. But if you are aware, if I am aware of and prepare for it, whenever it presents itself, we can respond the correct way and not fall into the enemy's trap. He is crafty, friends. Believe me, he is crafty. And he'll use anybody. He never plays by the rules. Now, later in Hebrews chapter 12:15, the writer warns about a bitter root that defiles, corrupts, and infects many more people than yourself. See, our response to offense can be contagious. So let's not catch something that we don't want to spread. Well, thank you for listening to another episode of Things Worth Thinking About with yours truly, Pastor Chuck Mackey. And that's Chuck with a C. It's been a pleasure having to set your mind for this day. So, finally, friends, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on these things. Philippians 4, verse 8. On our next Facebook episode on Tuesday morning, we'll go further into this topic of offense and forgiveness. And in the meantime, my friends, remember, you can take your mountain. This has been another time with Pastor Chuck Mackey. My number is 404-698-8625. That's 404-698-8625. Or hit me up on Facebook, Chuck Mackey. You know where to find me. Or WhatsApp at the same number, Chuck Mackey. God bless you. Enjoy your day. Think on these things. Be blessed.